Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending on what part of the world you are watching this edition of the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Let's get into it, Rocket fans. Give me your comments, your thoughts on the moves the Rockets have agreed to with free agents. And let me say this, gotta get this. Folks in media, NBA teams have not signed free agents today. They've agreed to terms with free agents. You agree to terms. You sign free agents July 6th. You agree to terms with free agents today, starting today. So a lot of these media outlets saying so-and-so signed with no. They agreed to terms with these free agents. I know I'm nitpicking whatever, but you can go to the NBA calendar and it says flat out, you can begin negotiating with free agents, but teams begin signing free agents July 6th, 11:01 a.m. Central Time. Jeez. And some of these folks, media should know better. Damn. But anyway, that's off my chest. Solo, how are you doing? And Solo, I'm noticing the number's gone, man. Nobody, your YouTube account is no longer there. X-Ray, how are you? Bobby, how are you? Jamon, how are you? Brandon, how are you? Edward, how are you? But yep, Solo stated it first. Well, I'm surprised I didn't start with the, no offense to Clint, but the bigger news. The bigger news, I think, is this. Isn't that the bigger news? Free agent forward Dorian Finney-Smith has agreed to a 4-year, $53 million deal with the Rockets. Per my man Eco, it includes a player option and a trade kicker. Last season, 32-year-old DFS shot 41.1% from three, splitting time with the Lakers and the Nets. He is a 36.2 3-point percentage shooter for his career. So let's talk about DFS first. Your thoughts on that? Is a great signing? It surprise you? Does it bother you? Does it concern you? Does it make you giddy, jump up and down for joy? Or what the hell are they doing? What? Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Derek, how are you? How you doing? Brandon is blessed. Indeed, I am as well. Glad to hear you feel that same way. 13, 14 deep. He won't play that many, of course. Finney-Smith makes up for losing Dillon Brooks. Yarrow says, slow your roll. We're going to get to CC coming back in a few minutes. But let's talk about DFS first. Let's talk about Dorian Finney-Smith first. We'll get to CC in a few moments. Jamon likes it. Derek likes it. That's a lot of money for a backup. Not in today's NBA, the growing NBA. Guys getting paid. Salary cap went up again. League announced the new numbers for the 25-26 season. 7% rather than 10%, as some projected / hoped, but still. Brandon says DFS is solid. Hopefully he can duplicate 41. Agreed, because some of his numbers in his 9-year career, like 4 or 5 seasons, he hovered around 40% from three, and the other 4 were like 35, 36, 37. So Edward says, no offense to Capela, but I'd rather have had us sign Kennard on actual shooter besides DFS. X-Ray is ready for next season. Not too complicated. Ask, are they setting up for a bigger trade? You have to wonder about that. But no, that's a new name. Thank you for joining the show. I think that's a new name. If not, I apologize. Glad you commented. DFS is a huge upgrade from Dillon Brooks. Mr. Big Texaco likes last year's shooting numbers, 41% from 3. Y'all bringing them hot and heavy right now with the comments. Just don't like it that it's a 4-year deal. Understood. I mean, DFS is 32. Solo believes Amin and Reed are going to get more on-ball reps. Yeah, that's for sure. That's the only way Reed's going to play, really. No one has typed in, mentioned Cam Whitmore. I laugh. I kid. Bobby states, I haven't watched Dorian enough to have an opinion. A trade kicker and player option on a 4-year contract at 32 is interesting. Larry, how you doing? Good to hear from you. Good to see you. Good to read from you. Whatever. It's a good rotation piece. Rockets, according to X-Ray, but they do need a ball handler. All right. Next, as everybody, a lot of folks have hinted at, CeCe's coming back. Clint Capela. It's been about, like 5 seasons since Clint was here? Agreed to a 3-year, $21.5 million deal. Last year, played in 55 games, 41 starts, 21 minutes of action, 8.9 points per game, 8.5 rebounds, 1.1 assists, and 1 block per game. So there you go. And of course, let's talk about this. Rockets and Jabari Smith have agreed on a 5-year, $122 million rookie contract extension, and it's fully guaranteed through the 30-31 season. And oh, by the way, the Rockets also agreed to 1-year deals at the veteran minimum for Aaron Holiday and Uncle Jeff. I'm surprised that Jabari, I understand it though, you got a fully guaranteed deal for 5 years. I mean, make that happen. You're going to guarantee my money? Yep, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. I will take it. All right, Devrick says, I was just about to say too, Dorian is a big replacement to Dillon Brooks. Clint Capela is great to have back. But as was mentioned earlier by Yaro, right, Yaro? Jaro, you said that? It was you about the 3 bigs? Yeah, 3 centers. How they going to play 3 centers? Yeah. I mean, got to think Clint Capela is going to get the Jock Landale treatment. And they probably will stick with not playing Steven Adams in back-to-backs, so Clint could play those games rather than Steven Adams. But the Rockets, they're deep. Got quality depth. That's more important. You can have everyone has 15 players, but not all of them can play in the NBA. So they've improved, and it's interesting how so much for continuity. That was the theme of the end of season presser from Rafael and Ime. Continuity rather than change. Bring in KD, bring in Dorian Finney-Smith, get rid of Jalen Green, Dillon Brooks, Jock Landale, bring in Clint Capela. So much for continuity. DPG, thank you for chiming in. Jamon states, hopefully Jabari proves he's worth the extension next year. I know what you mean, but I'm just going to say this. All of these players are worth it because the team is paying them. I know where you're coming from, though, Jamon. On the court skill set, all those things. I understand that. But the Rockets are paying Jabari that money. He's worth it. Let's say it like that. That's how I feel. That's one thing I've learned over these years, covering hoops, covering sports. You are worth it because the team said you were. Period. But the more triple bigs, I think it's going to happen. Killer D believes that a bigger trade is in the works down the line. DPG says this. Alpi plus Cam plus someone plus picks for Giannis. That'd be something, wouldn't it? That'd really be pushing putting all the chips in the middle of the table, going for it. Yarrow says, personally thinks they're going to trade Capela or Adams and Holiday with picks for Jaylen Brown. Why would Boston want to do that? Especially this season. They can ride with what they have right now. They should still be a playoff team without JT. So why do all that? Don't rush it. They probably won't. As Complicated says right here, Kevon Looney signed a 2-year deal with the Pelicans. Javier Francis from the Cougs is on the Warriors Summer League roster. I'll talk more about the Warriors, the 2 Cougars on the Warriors roster on Thursday's show. They'll take over at high noon. Rich Bates, how are you doing? Salute to you as well. Glad you could make it. And Taste of the Islands, heck, I thought Tari was more likely to sign his extension before Jabari. And Jabari did it first. I thought Jabari would wait until next summer. But Rocket said, hey, man, we're going to guarantee you this 5 years. Okay, I'm good. Let's go. So, yeah. So it's interesting. Tari, he probably wants a similar deal to Jabari. Fully guaranteed. And Rockets might say, well, you haven't been healthy enough. Well, but you gave it to Jabari. So I want, 4 years guarantee something. I want that too. From a Rocket perspective, locking up the contract, locking up the money, the finances, getting it done. Now, from the franchise, from the organization standpoint, it makes sense for the Rockets to lock up Jabari. Not a lot of money, hell of a lot to us, but average, 5 years, 122, that's less than $25 million per. With the cap going up, that's like an average salary in the NBA. Gee whiz. Wow, that blows my mind saying that, man. Whew, boy. Jamon hopes the Rockets trade for a guard. They can try to target either Kobe White or Ayo Dosunmu from the Bulls. Possible. Not too complicated. Believes Reed Shepherd game should blossom with all these defensive wings. Jamon, do I think Stone gives the extensions earlier to make it easier to match salary? Yes, I think that's part of the rationale. Yep. I do think that's part of the thought process. Where do y'all stand on the job Rafael Stone has done? Are these agreements to sign because of Rafael, reflecting on Rafael, reflecting on Ime, bringing in more veterans, starting phase 3 now, or a combination of both? Rich Bates asked me, I like him. Like I said, Clint Capela will get the Jock Landale treatment, I think. He'll play the back-to-backs that Steven Adams won't play. And then he can also be utilized in case of Bigs getting foul trouble, injuries, whatever. It's a nice third option as a 5. That's a hell of an option. Yarrow believes Rockets should have picked up Jordan Clarkson. He's not really an Ime kind of player. Fair. He's not really an Ime kind of player. I'll just leave it like that. Wow. Edward. Capela signing was ass. Should have gotten another shooter. Whoa. How do you really feel about it? Wow. Asleep Art, how are you doing? Solo loves what Stone is doing. I don't believe the Rockets are done maneuvering. I believe Clint Capela Bringing him in will probably be part of a trade involving Cam Whitmore and Jock Landale, something like that. As of right now, do I think the Rockets have enough playmakers? No. Doesn't look like it. No. Unless you believe in Reed Shepherd, he's unproven. Reed has to do it. He has to show it on the court. So until he does show it on the court, he's a question mark. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm not saying he won't do it. We just have not seen him do it yet. Rich Base believes these moves are a bigger play. Thinks the Rockets are getting ready for a Şengün trade if it doesn't work out this year. Possible. Siraj, how are you? Eric Gordon, I think, is going to go back to Philly. He just opted out for salary cap maneuvering and will probably go back to Philly. Probably. Oops. Not too complicated. Thinks Ime Stone Udoka done a great job with pinpointing championship pieces. Devrick still believes Cam's going to be a Rocket. Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt that. More and more, I doubt that. I'll just leave it at that. I doubt that. Yeah, kind of hinted at that right there. CA37, how are you? What is the most likely rotation with these new players? As of June 30th, Fred, Amin. I wonder what they're going to do. KD at 3, KD, Jabari, and Alpi. And then off the bench, Reed, DFS, Steven Adams. That's 8. Back end. Who am I missing? Tari Eason, that's 9. That's nice. That's a solid 9 right there. That's 9. And then you still have Jayshawn Tate, Aaron Holiday, Uncle Jeff. That's 12. Clint Capela, 13. That's a strong 9. What? I don't know how to pronounce your YouTube name. Inverdo, welcome. Glad you're here. Come again. Don't be a stranger. We're going to do it often here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Talking Rockets on Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Panoy says not into trading Whitmore. I'd like to give him a chance for at least until the deadline. Your logic is sound. I just don't believe it's going to happen that way. I think his time is up. And I'll just leave it at that. I think his time is up. With time and actual minutes and consistent minutes with the Rockets, he could be, but I think the minutes he's going to get will be somewhere else in the NBA. Jake Fisher says the Rockets are sending a 2031 second-round pick plus cash to Atlanta for Capela. Greg says this. You're like the third or fourth person to say that. And I've had friends say that in my text messages. Greg would not be surprised if the Rockets get Giannis because we have 3 centers. Stone is cooking something. Do the Rockets have any second-round picks left? Is it 5, 6, 2 or 3 maybe? Do the Pistons start Ivy or LeVert next to future Rockets point guard? They start Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey and Cade will be the best starting backcourt. Oh no, I didn't say that. No. Yes, Bobby, I have. Yes, I have. And that's all I'm going to say. We talked today. About a 5-minute conversation. It wasn't very long. going to touch base again later this week, hopefully. All about opportunity for Cam. All about opportunity. So, yep. I touched on it Sunday a little bit on Folks Talking Sports. Malik Beasley messed up himself. He messed up Detroit's plans. He's done. I mean, he's done. He's done. I mean, the legal issues will play themselves out, but he cost himself $41 million. Because if he comes back anywhere, it's going to be on a veteran minimum. 1 year deal. Period. Forever. Because no one's going to trust him. Oh, boy. Oh, well. Rich Bass, are you asking, who are you asking this about? Does he want to be a Rocket? Who are you asking that about? Oh, yeah, complicated. He's done. He's done. He is radioactive. No one's going to touch him until the legal issues are resolved. He's radioactive. Sad too. Cam wants minutes. Cam wants minutes. Consistent minutes. Rockets aren't touching Malik Beasley. I'd be shocked if anybody touches him until the legal stuff is done. And after that, but then he's got to earn the trust of that team, that franchise, and those players. I think some of y'all have seen some of the stuff on the internet, some of the game footage. It makes you wonder now what he was doing the last couple of years. So he is radioactive right now. Stephen, how are you doing? Oh, speaking of, I'm glad Stephen kind of touched on this. I noticed the narrative surrounding the Rockets has changed. It changed today from some of the national media members. When the Rockets acquired Kevin Durant, well, agreed to acquire Kevin Durant, quite a few of the media outlets in their looking at their early looks at the NBA season in the West did not have the Rockets ranked 2 in the West. However, fast forward to today, the Rockets had a great offseason. Rockets are rolling now, man. They're stacked. Look at them. They look great. Look at this. They're now the second best team in the West. Ooh. Yeah. It's amazing what a week does. Ayush, how are you doing? Good to hear from you. Is Landale still on the roster? Technically, yes, he is. Yes. But this as well, there is no place on this roster as it gets retooled for Cam. Reed needs to prove himself because playing time is going to be competitive, and it should be. Yeah. Different personnel, change in philosophy. They saw how effective I call the triple big lineup worked. So we brought back Steven Adams and bringing in Clint Capela to go along with Alpi and Jabari. Spurs are looking dangerous. They're young and inexperienced, immature. We'll see how they do. Rockets will be, I think so. They'll be on TV a lot. National TV. Joseph, how are you doing? Kim and Shingun, Green, don't trade all our youth. Rockets did age a bit today. Would y'all agree with that? They have kind of turned the corner from being a young team, an average age of whatever it was. Got a little older today. unofficially. Tony, how are you? I know it hurts their little hearts to admit it. Glad we were not half stepping through. I'm glad they, realized they had to go out and improve. That internal improvement wasn't going to work. Not in the West. Rockets will finally have a Christmas game this year. I hope not. Ugh, I hope not. No worries, Aoush. No worries at all. Another new name. Appreciate you joining the conversation. This is excellent. Appreciate y'all. He said he's the fourth or fifth person to say, y'all know this is opening the road for Alpi to be traded. To be honest, could be. Because I wonder, Giannis sees Brook Lopez leave for the Clippers. Bobby Portis returns to Milwaukee. KPJ does as well. Is Giannis going to be like, yeah, that's it. I want to stay because Bobby Portis and KPJ are here. Yep. I kind of doubt it. I kind of doubt it. Brook Lopez took a pay cut to leave Milwaukee, so maybe he knows something too. And Giannis said, yeah. Brook told me he's going to Clippers. He's leaving, so I don't want to be here. But Jamon states, please don't trade for Giannis. Super teams usually don't work. That Rocket fans witnessed a while ago. Yarrow states, Rockets need to trade Landale, Holiday, and Tate. Well, Landale, he's gone. Maybe they're bringing back Aaron and Jay Sean for trade filler. Possibly. Greg, how are you again? Won't be surprised if the Rockets trade Cam and Shepard. Reed, I'll be surprised. Even though I think they probably should, but Cam, I'm pretty sure Cam's gone. Rockets are aging fast. Phase 3 has begun. And they're going with the Jamon. Was it you, Jamon? They're going with the shorter window surrounding Kevin Durant. With the veterans now, soon to be on the squad officially as of next week. The title window is probably 2-3 years rather than 5 or 6. So they're going for it. You can agree with that, disagree with it, but they are going for it. Phase 3 is championship. I won't say bust, but they're going for it. But the Rockets are I went through 13 players. 3 of them not going to play. How deep they are. They're very deep. And so they're kind of going at what's similar OKC and Indiana did. Indiana, both teams that made it to the finals utilized their depth. They're really at least 10 deep before injuries started kicking in, like Jarris Walker going down for the Pacers, etc. So I'm all for that because I believe it. If you utilize 10 players to win in the regular season, why are you stopping just because the playoffs? Those 10 guys got you this far. I'm playing 10 guys to keep me win a chip. I never understood that. The game slows down. Why does it have to? Just because the playoffs? I never understood that. So some fans want a KD Giannis pairing. Some fans don't. But anything like that, Giannis will have to go to Milwaukee. And then Milwaukee says, make a public statement. Giannis has informed us that he would like to move on from our organization, and we will do our best to accommodate his trade wishes while also doing the best to maximize a return for him. So until Giannis says it publicly, we're just merely speculating. What's the likelihood of the Rockets signing KD to an extension? Very high. I think very high. And as Tony says, hit that like button. By all means, please do. Spread the word about this show, because I'm happy to say it. This Rocket show is unlike any other Rocket show. Doesn't make it better or make it worse. It's just different than any other Rocket show on YouTube. Another new name. Thank you for your comment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cam would average 25, 5, and 3 if he was on a bad team like the Wizards. Possibly. But is that a good thing? Is that good for Cam? Cam wants minutes. He wants consistent minutes. He's not going to get that with the Rockets. I think we all agree on that. Is there a better team in the East? Their team in East better than the Rockets? What does it matter? What does it matter? Rockets have to get out of the West until the NBA expands and moves the Rockets to the Eastern Conference like they used to be in the 70s. It doesn't matter. I could say right now, well, he's not healthy yet, so. But heck, I could say come November, Detroit's better than Rockets. Who knows? What does it matter? Oh, Yaro. Oh, no. I know this is a long shot, but I think they got salary using trades to get Harden for a KD reunion on the Rockets. Ooh. No, I hope not. I doubt that. No. Another new name making a comment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This Capela signing got me real nervous. Bringing it up. I hope the Rockets aren't planning to blow up the team for Giannis. Asleep Art. Hasn't Giannis been hurt the last few playoff runs? Not this past one. He was last year, I think. Banged up. Steven, we should trade for Jalen Green. That's probably what KD wants. See if Rockets can get him to agree to maybe 2 years and $100 million. Wow, must be nice to only get $100 million instead of $120. Whew, man. Oh boy, if I were taller, I had more skills and younger. Hefe states, I don't know how Cam sees the floor after these moves today. He could see the floor for somebody else. Greg says the Rockets are definitely going after Giannis because it doesn't make sense to have too many centers under contract. Well, in a sense, Steven Adams is probably not going to. Rockets only going to play probably 2 centers a game. I mean, we could argue Jock Landale was the 3rd center this year. He didn't play all the time. Steven Adams back up Alpy. Alpy, when they go big. Game Steven Adams did not play. Jock played. It'll be the same thing this coming season. The game Steven doesn't play, Clint plays. There you go, 2. And you need depth. You need another big man. I always believe him, had in my mind for years. It's always good to have 3 centers. You're going to play 2 of them, but have that 3rd one in case of emergency or in case of injuries. Rockets are not going to play 13 players. 9 or 10. That's what they're going to play. So the quality depth that the Rockets do have, there are going to be players that aren't going to play every game. And they have to accept that. And many veterans are okay with that. Youngsters aren't okay with that. Can't wait more. Aren't okay with that. Ayush calling right now. Şengün going to have a breakout year and average 23 points next year. C837 asked if I think Giannis's interest level has increased with these Rocket moves. Possibly. But I'm going to go the opposite answer and say Brook Lopez's departure has helped increase Giannis's interest to leave the Bucks. See, now we got someone. Some of y'all got Sengun fans concerned that the Rockets are going to trade Alpi now. Just relax. Just relax, everybody. Just relax. See, James Freeman, new name, different route. Sees Jaylen Brown coming to the Rockets, not Giannis. Asleep Art says this. Could have Alpi playing the 4, and that would free up the glut at the 5 spot if he moves there. Tony believes this, and I think that's what the quality depth is for. You got to plan ahead for the injuries. Oh, yeah, I think James Harden burned the bridge, burned down the franchise. He left it in flames on his way out. I don't think he's happy with the Clippers. Yarrow states it. Rockets got a loaded roster. There's definitely going to be an upcoming trade soon. Greg states the Rockets are not done yet. I am pretty sure Stone is definitely cooking something. Oh, I agree. But right now, I think it's just going to be a minor deal. I don't believe it's going to be anything major. Joseph, question, is this deal and the Van Vliet extension that the Rockets are smarter than expected? Dorian, Capela, and Van Vliet are just pawns in the Giannis trade to come. I'm in. It's cool how some fans, some viewers, some family members are convinced these moves are leading to a Giannis to the Rockets trade. Other family members are like, Jaylen Brown, please don't trade Alpi. Just let it all play out. Let it all play out. Adams, Tari, or Cam and first rounder for Austin Reeves. Ew. Complicated. Sengun is a defensive liability and missed too many free throws in big moments. June, how are you doing? Yeah. Went from 3rd youngest to the 8th oldest. Just like that. Yep. Phase 3. Jamon, it's crazy that people want to blow up a 52-win team to bring in Giannis. Derrick, leave Giannis in Milwaukee. Don't touch that. James says Boston is selling right now. The rumor is Reed, Cam, and 3 or 4 number ones. Okay. That's nice. Hefe says this, disagrees with me. The Rockets will still be contenders when KD retires. So he doesn't buy. Why do you say that? And I'm being serious. Why do you say that? Because who is going to be when KD does retire, who is going to be that go-to scorer down the stretch to replace KD? Right now, there's nobody on the team who does that. My man hasn't proven it. Alpi hasn't proven it. Reed hasn't proven it. DFS hasn't proven it. So who is it going to be? Greg says we have many first-round picks to offer for Giannis, plus Sengun and Cam makes too much sense for Milwaukee. And let me say, a month ago, My trade involving Giannis included Şengün because I believe Giannis is that much better than LP. Be surprised if the Rockets do it, but first thing first, Giannis has to say to the Bucks, I don't want to be here anymore. King on deck. You'd hope that within the next 3 years, a man would have improved enough to be the closer for the team or someone. Jamon, my fear is that KD demands the Rockets make an ill-advised trade to bring in another player like he did to Phoenix with Brad Beal. Possibly. Another Giannis to the Rockets statement from Yarrow. I think they trade for Giannis for insurance for KD because it got a 2-3 year window. Rich Base likes the moves that the Rockets have made. It's like they're going for it on another level. I think they do need one more shooter. I agree. And a man should improve. Like I said, he is the untouchable, the one untouchable for me on the Rockets. June states, if KD is injured, no closer on this team again. Rockets have, okay, not really. Not really. Should not have been drafted. Not at all. About great. But it's fun discussion. Summer League ball is here. Which it starts Saturday, the 5th, July 5th. You got the Salt Lake City Classic and the California Summer League, California Classic. Utah, obviously, is one of the teams in the Salt Lake City Summer League. And Juwan Roberts, Houston Cougar, is with them. And the two Cougs, Javier Francis and LJ Cryer, are with Golden State. And they'll be participating. Hopefully, they won't get cut before then. In the California Classic Summer League game starting this Saturday on July 5th. Yeah, well, your sarcasm is on point. It's amazing that Jay Sean has lasted this long. Yeah. Yep. Hefe stating something. You're really looking down the line to the future with this one. If I'm the Rockets, I'm looking at Ant-Man and see when he requests a trade. That's going to be a while. That's going to be a while. Mike Will, how are you doing? Join the conversation. Joseph says this coach, meaning Ime, wants Jaylen Brown at all costs. Who should the Rockets, who should we be really paying attention to in Summer League? For the Rockets, nobody. Unless I'm assuming Reed's going to play in the Summer League. He should play a lot. So Reed Shepherd. There we go. Get him some run, get him some minutes, run the offense, being a man, putting up shots, restoring his confidence. Other than that, any other Summer League bodies, when they're going to play for this loaded Rockets roster for 25-26? Rich Base asked, do they keep Cam for season opener? I'd be shocked if he's around until then. I'll say it like that. I'll be shocked. Cam wants consistent minutes. Rockets can sign people. Yeah. Summer League, summer rosters, you can have up to 20 people. Hell, before the season starts, you can have up to 20 people on the roster. So, yeah, Reed. In fact, let me see. Do I have it on this one? Let me see something real quick. One moment here, family. Let me see. Let me see here. Try something on the fly here so y'all can mark your calendars. I know you're excited about this news. Pull up the Rockets Las Vegas Summer League schedule momentarily. Sharon, how are you doing? Thank you for joining the conversation. Don't know why they're trading Cam. Jamon states here, Cam had opportunity for consistent minutes, but didn't make the most of it when he was given them. All right, let's try. Here we go. Let's try this. All right. Rockets Summer League. So first game will be Friday, July 11th versus the Clippers on NBA TV. 3 of the 4 games, group play, basically, kind of thing, are on NBA TV. The one game that's on ESPN network is Sunday, July 13th against the Summer League Pistons. That's at 3 o'clock Central Time. So Clippers on the 11th, Detroit on the 13th, Hawks on the 14th, and then the Blazers on the 17th. So if you care about that, there you go. Mark that down on your calendars. Rockets Clippers, Friday, July 11th, 9 o'clock p.m. Central Time on NBA TV. And Sunday, Detroit 13th, 3 o'clock Central, ESPN 2. 14th, Monday against the Hawks, 3:30 p.m. Central on NBA TV. And then July 17th versus Portland, 7 p.m. on NBA TV. And of course, the best record of the team with the best records after those 4 games qualify for the faux championship, whatever kind of stuff, whatever, vying for the Summer League championship. Ooh, yeah. Joseph states this: you're going from contender for a decade to a 3-year window. I don't disagree. Complicated. He said publicly that he's good with it. As long as his dad wants to coach, he's good with it. I'm like, okay. Yarrow believes this, thinks the Rockets picked up Capela, signed Holiday and Tate because they're going to wait for it to unfold in Milwaukee and then pull the trigger on Giannis trade, or aim for Jaylen Brown. Joseph, with a player like Durant, Şengün will have all the time he needs at rebounding, something the Rockets haven't had in a while. Tony says still got the youngsters that matter with less pressure. That's fair too. That's fair. Şengün, Jabari, Amin, Tari, Reed, no prize for being youngest team in the league. FA says not a fan of Jaylen Brown. After all these years in the NBA, Jaylen Brown still has a shaky handle, especially with his left hand. Gary, how you doing? Good to see you. Capela and Adams are the 2 best offensive rebounders in the NBA. Playoff insurance and good for back-to-backs. Agree? No, not at all. Detroit is not going after Miles Turner. Not at all. Cost too much money. Greg also says Jaylen Brown is overrated and hopes the Rockets stay away from him. Hefe, I think you're referring to Jaylen Brown with this one. And his contract is terrible. It's a lot. Did y'all see the report? I guess 2 hours ago, that Phoenix is working on a contract extension with Devin Booker. 2 years. I think I saw this right. 2 years, $150 million. Did I see that right? 2 years, 150. Wow. I wish I were a little bit taller. I wish I were a baller. Man, golly. Oh, boy. Get that money. Get that money. Golly. And we could do this, like I said. And this is no slight of any player, book included, any player. But when media says it, I was guilty of it too. And when fans said player X isn't worth that much money, yeah, he is. Yeah, she is, because the team offered it. So yeah, yeah. Now you can talk about their skills and being a poor leader and not good enough rebounder, defender, shooter, whatever, clutch, all that kind of things. But if a boss says to me, if the NBA office called me tomorrow and said, Kris, come work in the league office for $50 million over 5 years, I'm out. I'll see y'all whenever. And folks can say to the league office, what experience does he have working in the league office? We want to hire him. Oh, okay. I mean, boy. Woo, man. Zero, dude, how are you doing? Rockets are going all in. Indeed. Phase 3 is here. Phase 3 is here. I'm not touching on who Book is dating. Hey, whoever he's dating. If that's the reason to get all that money, go ahead. get that money. Joseph states, my thing is, Amen Thompson needs a point guard who can run the floor and give him the alley-oop. Westbrook could be that guy. When is the talk with Russ going somewhere? Because I kind of changed, because isn't it expected now that, was it Jordan Clarkson? Once he clears waivers, is going to go to the Knicks. I think that's what I saw. Curtis, how are you? Brooke Lopez took a little discount to go to the Clippers. Good for him. Brandon, appreciate that. Russ went to Sacktown? Did he? And not Dennis Schroeder? Dennis wants starters minutes. Russ probably still does too. Well, good for y'all. Durantula. Oh, kind of had an idea who your favorite player is. Welcome to the conversation. Thank you very much. Appreciate your comment. Rockets are a long, athletic team. I agree with Greg on this one. Amen is the only untouchable player. Agreed. Hefe, Gary Trent, where did he sign that? That a 2-year, $7.5 million? I'm surprised he hasn't got a deal with someone. I thought he'd be a guy. I thought he'd be a guy Detroit should go after. Hell. And I'm seeing. Oh, wow. Malik Monk to Detroit for Dennis Schroeder. Holy snap. Ugh, okay. Wow. Okay. Gee. I'm going to wrap it up because I just saw it on the social media. Someone else put it out there incorrectly. Teams agreed to contracts, agreed to deals with players today. They did not sign these deals today. Contracts cannot be signed until next Monday, July 6th. So you see these, especially the so-called national media, if any of those outlets say Team X signed player Y, that's wrong. It's only agreeing to a deal, agreeing to a contract, agreeing to a contract extension. None of this, the words matter. It's all accurate. So you're saying, why haven't the team done so-and-so, so-and-so, because they signed somebody today? They did not sign anybody today. They agreed to deals today. And some of those agreements could change based on if another team calls and says, hey, can we work out a trade involving this player and you get something back in return? Sure, let's do it. Then it can become official when everything is signed. But all this signing, no, there's no signing today. Some guy named Andre, how are you doing? Good to hear from you. See you, whatever. Dejan was with Memphis franchise last year. I know he was rehabbing the torn ACL. I think he was with the G League team with the Grizzlies, I think. Some guy, how are you doing? They're both gone. Just a matter of time and how. Via trade. In Jock's case, waived. I doubt that, though, to probably trade him. I think Cam is gone. What is this, Darian? Welcome. I'm love seeing these new names in the discussion. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Let's Talk Houston Rockets family. Thank you very much. Come again. Don't be a stranger. Click on that bell so you can receive notifications when new LTHR shows are posted. I do more than just talk Rockets, though, on this platform. College hoops, pro teams, football as well. Different colleagues do that. But appreciate all of you. Hit that like button so YouTube knows that this show and this channel is legit and is the ish. Because sometimes YouTube seems to forget. When can we expect the Cam trade? Ooh. I mean, I don't want to pin myself down because I honestly don't know an exact timeline. I think soon. I'll just say that. I think soon. So everyone, it's too many names for me to thank all of y'all individually. But I truly appreciate it. Try to do it again probably Wednesday. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel, 9 o'clock Central Time. Spread the word about this show. Going to do it as long as possible. It's been fun. May have it. Now we'll get into that later on. But as everyone, I hope you enjoyed the show. These new names, the new members of the family who participated in tonight's discussion, please come again. Don't be shy. Don't give up on this show, the content. No, I haven't. I lost that battle a long time ago. Complicated. But to everyone, spread the word about this show, and we'll be back on, July 2nd, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central Time for the next edition of the Houston Roundball Review show of Let's Talk Houston Rockets, and wrapping it up as my man Not Too Complicated jokes with me. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
Game over.